I'd like to do sales. Because it's short term. They don't have to give you a lot of training, so they can save resources. So it really depends on what you're applying for. If you just want to get some sales experience, or you want to do some administration work, then you can definitely do that. But usually if you're applying for an MA program, right? They will not want you to leave. So if you say, oh, I'm going to go in 2 years, you have no chance. Yeah. Answer your question?
But at the same time, you don't want to lie.
Well, I think that...
well, you don't have to lie. You can just say that if there's any chance, I would like to...
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to say, I definitely will. You can say it's a possibility. But you don't, it's best not to give them that information unless they ask for it. Yeah.
So what would be the better answer if they ask?
If they ask. They ask, well, I think that, is this the MA program? If it's the MA program, then I think that I wouldn't say to lie, but you could just say, well, I plan to stay with the company, but I'm not sure how long. It could be 5 years. It could be. But if you directly say, I plan to leave, then it's likely you will not get hired. So it's very difficult to say. Yeah, it's hard to answer that question, I think. Maybe an experience. Do you have any opinion about that?
Actually, I think if the interviewer asks you a question about that, and I think you can answer me, but just answer the question back to me.
Yeah.
Do the company have any program on that?
For
educational program, so
yeah.
For your future plan.
Yeah,
Actually, you can ask that to him, but don't need to answer. Don't need to answer right away.
Yeah.
You can ask the question back. My suggestion is put it back.
Mm-hmm. And even depending on the company, they may even pay for education. So maybe you could ask, hey, well, maybe if you know the company will pay for education abroad, then you can say, yes, I do plan to go to education abroad, but I hope that the company can help me pay, and when I come back, I will stay in the company, something like that. But very few companies will have something like this. This Honghai, does they have something like
Yeah,
that?
don't say about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's experienced.
If I'm the interviewer, I won't say yes. I won't allow you to join my company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, thank you. That's a good question. All right, then we'll move on. Okay, and I just talked about, research and the conclusion. Okay, when you come to the end of the interview or in the interview process, you really need to know about the company. Actually, it's quite simple to do. Usually, you can just go online and you can find it. And what this helps is it's not just for the interview process, it's also for you personally, because it's almost seeing the profile of a person. Okay, let's say you want to date somebody, okay, and you look at the profile, you say, okay, they're shorter. Maybe you're a girl and you look at a guy and you say, well, he's shorter than me. I don't know if I want to date him or not. Or maybe maybe you think the guy is not your style. He doesn't dress very well. Okay, so the same thing with the company. Okay, you're kind of going into a marriage situation almost. So you really need to do your research to know whether is this company right for me, because this is a long-term situation. Now, for you guys, since you are younger, it's not much of a problem because you have many choices. You can move around. Okay, but eventually you need to know, okay, what do I like to do? Is this company going to be able to fit with my lifestyle? I think that maybe Jude can talk about this a little later, because if you would like to, you can refer to, is the company the right fit? Okay? And what you can do in terms of research, okay? How do you find jobs? How do you find the right ones? Okay. Personal and professional network. This is probably one of the better ways to find a good job. I can give an example because in this afternoon I'm going to go to China Trust, 中国信托, okay? I'm going for an interview. Now, how did I get this interview? Well, I have a friend who knows a guy in the human resources department. And he said, hey, just come on by. I said, well, what is the job? He said, well, we'll figure it out when you come here, because I actually don't know what the job is yet, which is kind of interesting. So, but we'll see, because we're just going to talk. And this is a huge advantage of having the personal network relationship. But most of the time, maybe you don't have this, okay? So what you want to do is, okay, you probably have to go to eating soup, right? Or something like that, and look at information, okay? And when you're looking for information, look at the people who apply if you can. What kind of abilities do they have? Now, maybe if it's a smaller company, you don't know. It's difficult to know. But get a full range of information about the company. Okay. I'd like to ask a question. When you're in the process of maybe you're looking for somebody to date, okay? What kind of action do you take, or what kind of qualities do you look for? Okay, I'd like to ask the cameraman. What's your name?
Logan.
Logan. Okay, do you have a girlfriend right now?
No.
No. Okay. Well, don't worry about it. But what kind of qualities would you look for in a qualities?
I don't know. It depends on. I think it depends on what she. Okay, someone's tall, and read books maybe, and like arts, something like that.
Okay. Now, do you think that, okay, if you're going to, let's say you're going to go into a company, you're going to be in the relationship for a long time, do you think you would think about it a lot, or do you just think you would randomly select a company? Or would you just select a company that would take you? Or would you go for something that fits you, fits with your personality?
Absolutely, I would go to some places that perfectly fits me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fit in the company.
Yeah.
I'm going to looking for the company fits, which goes that makes sense in.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I think that would be my choice.
Okay. All right. Good. Does anybody have any questions about this part, about researching the employer? If not, we're going to move on. I think that this is your part. So, all right, we're switching to please.
Hello, my name is Ju. I feel a little bit dizzy now because I didn't sleep well for a couple of days. So because I don't know me, so the reason is I can leave so you should okay, that's fine. Let's start the presentation first. So, if you have any questions, just feel free to interrupt me and ask me a question. Okay. So, this topic is talking about preparing the interview. So, just a couple things that you have to know. You have to prepare something during the interview, and actually, you have to prepare the CV like